Debbie Marcoux is licensed by the Department of Financial Institutions, NMLS ID 237926. Also licensed in Arizona 0941504, Florida LO 76508, Georgia 69178, Idaho, Nevada 57237, Oregon, Tennessee 184373, Texas, Washington MLO 237926.
She's a mortgage mom. She can get things done. When you're in need and don't know where to go, pick up the phone and call Mom.
All right, welcome to Mortgage Mom Radio. I'm Debbie Marcoux, and I have Larry Ehrlich with me. How you doing today, Larry?
Good. It's a great day to be alive.
It is a great day to be alive. So welcome to Mortgage Mom Radio. As I said, I'm Debbie Marcoux, and this is Larry Ehrlich. He is on my team. He is lovingly known as the mortgage dad, and I am the mortgage mom. No, we are not together.
We are right now.
We are. Yeah, that's right. We decided we were going to like cozy up on the
up,
couch and get along. So welcome to Mortgage Mom Radio. What do we do? Well, we bring you guys all the education and information that you need all around real estate lending, all things real estate, purchasing, buying, selling, getting a loan, all that good stuff. So we come on air once a week. If you're hearing us by radio on Saturday or Sunday, we actually record live on Wednesdays, and you can watch us do it right from the studio on YouTube. That way, if you want to be involved, you can watch on YouTube. You can ask us questions, put them in the feed, be part of the show. We want you guys to do that. It's the best way we can get a great show is by answering your questions. If you're listening on Saturday or Sunday and you want to know how to find us, number one, you can go to YouTube and you can search Mortgage Mom Radio. And of course, we'll come up that way. But you can also text the word mom to 844-935-3634. That's 844 We Lend for You. So that's WELEND and the number 4. So again, if you text the word mom to that number, 844 WELEND and the number 4, you will get a link once a week. It'll opt you in to know when we go live. It will remind you that you can call in and ask your questions. You'll get transferred to the studio. You can put your questions right into the feed, right through YouTube. If you do like Facebook or Twitch, we are streaming there concurrently as well. So those platforms are available to you too. I mean, are you a YouTube guy?
I am kind of a YouTube guy.
Yeah? You have Facebook more than Instagram?
No, more Instagram than Facebook.
Are you? So see, I'm completely different.
Yeah.
I don't ever go on Instagram other than to post for my page.
Right.
But I do, I'm a Facebook stalker more.
Really?
I don't really do a whole lot of my own posting unless it's on the business page. I just like to see what's going on with my friends, my family, my nieces, my kids. A lot of times they bust themselves by posting things. So I'm more of a Facebook person, but everybody's got their favorite outlet, right?
Yeah, and then neither one of my kids are on Facebook anymore, so I'm off. So I can't spy on them anymore.
They're not on Instagram or anything?
They're on Instagram, so I'm on Instagram, and, they're older, so I can't tell them what to do anymore anyways.
Right. Well, we do have a great page on Instagram, and we do take the pieces of the show once a week, and we do upload some of those very small pieces to the Instagram channel.
Oh, good.
That way people can, kind of get good pieces of, education, right?
Yeah.
Kind of take like a little
Snippet.
60-second snippet and we toss it on there. So if you guys like Instagram, look for Mortgage Mom Radio. If you like Facebook, look for Mortgage Mom Radio. Twitch, one of these days I'm doing a loan for a gamer, even if that means it's going to be my own kid one day who's heavy into gaming. I'm doing a loan for one of you guys one of these days. So hopefully we'll start getting some good Twitch following. I keep telling Mikey, we talked about doing a sponsorship for a team, and he's still not getting me that information, but hopefully we'll get it. But definitely working on all of those social channels. So please, you guys can watch us by Facebook. You can text mom to get that link when we go live. You can watch us on Facebook, Instagram. We've got the Twitter going. I think the only thing we might not be on is Snapchat. And what's that one that all the kids, TikTok. Yes.
We should do a TikTok video.
We should, right? How long can a TikTok video be? Does anybody know?
I don't know. I think it's a short thing. We could do it for like a minute or so.
Right? Yeah, maybe we need to make a couple TikToks. That seems to be going over.
Yeah, it's huge. Yeah, we should do that.
Maybe it should be more of like the blunders or bloopers of Mortgage Mom, right?
Not the start. We don't want to start off on a bad foot. Let's get the real stuff, and then we can blooper later.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. All right. So this is our Catching Up with Mom. Again, I want to tell you guys, if you're out there, you're watching, you're listening, and it's Wednesday, and you're doing this show with us, number one, please give us a thumbs up on the video. It really does help our algorithm quite a bit. If you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, please do that. Subscribe, and then click that notification bell to turn on notifications. That way you do know when we go live. If you're watching, please put something in the feed. Tell us that you're there. Say hi. And if you have questions about any content whatsoever that we talk about today, please put your questions in the feed. We want you to ask them. Any question that you are thinking means that there are at least 10 more people out there listening that have the same question. So the best way for us to bring you the questions and answers that are educational is for you to step up and ask the question. So make sure you guys do that. We're going to go into some catching up with Mom and Larry, okay. Mom and Dad. We're going to catch up with Mom and Dad today. And then we'll go into some good topics. We're going to talk about appraisals coming in high. Or low. Absolutely. Because we've been seeing them come in low. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about refinancing because we've been doing a lot of purchase shows lately.
Right.
And that kind of brings me to a key piece of information that I want to make sure that I bring out. So we are brand new in a few different markets. We're in Georgia. We're in Texas. We are in, what is the other one? Arizona.
Oh, okay.
Those are our three newest areas. Yes, we're in Washington, we're in Nevada, and obviously here in California, it's our biggest radio station. But in those newer areas, which are Arizona, Lake Havasu, we're in Savannah, Georgia, and we are in San Antonio, Texas. So for you guys, you've never heard us before. You don't know anything about our show. You're just getting to meet us. We've had one weekend show so far that just started last week. So we want you to know, number one, there is a podcast. So if you want to go back and listen to our podcasts, please feel free to do that. Every show that we have done over the last, I would say, 3 years is there on podcast. YouTube, we just started doing the videos at the beginning of 2020. So you've got a live show for almost every week since probably February 2020 through today. So we've got over 60 episodes that are brand new, or that not brand new, but that are there, all live shows on YouTube that you can go back and watch. We've got our home buyer education courses that we have the playlists for home buyer workshops, and it's going to take you through everything from start to finish, learning how to buy a home.
Those are great, by the way.
Yeah, they're good. And we revamped it. So I did one in 2019, but things change. As we know, we can talk about some new loan limits that are coming. That's some more big information for us to talk about today. So things do change as we go. So the first workshop series that I did was in 19. So this time in 2021, I actually labeled it and named it Homebuyer Workshop 2021 so that you guys know that it is the most up-to-date information.
Sorry.
Oh. Hey, check it out. My watch is talking to me. So it's the newest information for 2021. And then obviously next year when we get to 2022, if I feel like some of that information has been dated, then we'll start it all over and we'll do it again. So just so that you guys all know, all of our newest listeners that are just starting to learn us, who we are, Mortgage Mom Radio, go back and listen to some of the old stuff. Take advantage of those homebuyer workshops. We've put all of this education and information together for you to help you, and it's all free education and free information. We also have people like Lair, our mortgage dad, me, and all the rest of our team who are more than happy to do free phone consultations with you. So make sure you guys are taking advantage of that, whether you're thinking about buying, selling, or refinancing your home. Call up and find out what can you do, what's available, how should you structure it, what about your income, talk about your credit. That is what we're here for, is to help get you on the right path moving forward towards the goal that you want to meet.
Right.
So best way to do that, I think the easiest way is to go to the website, go to mortgagemomradio.com, and then click on that appointment button, and you can actually select a day and time that works best for you. Book that appointment, and we're going to make sure that you get a call. We do have people available on Saturday and Sunday taking those calls and calling you back for those appointment times. So whenever it works for you, get on that website. Go to mortgagemomradio.com and get that appointment scheduled. So I just brought up a bunch of stuff. Let's go to a quick break.
Okay.
Then I think we should talk about loan limits, because I think that's a big thing. Then we'll talk about appraisals coming in high or low. Then we'll talk about some refinancing, cashing out, home improvements. Sounds
good?
All right. We'll be right back. All right, and welcome back again. This is Mortgage Mom Radio. I am Debbie Marcoux, and I have got the mortgage dad with me, Larry Ehrlich, on. And we are coming to you every Wednesday. We've decided on 1 o'clock. It seems to be the best time for you guys to get on, watch us, and ask us your questions. So 1 o'clock on Wednesdays, and that is 1 Pacific time. So if you guys are in any other time zone, Central, Eastern, Mountain, just make sure that you guys adjust for that. But again, we are live every Wednesday at 1 p.m. here in California, and we're bringing you all of the education and information that you need around all things real estate, mortgage, selling, buying, all that good stuff. So the first question, people jumping on, right? I haven't said anything yet to everybody watching. So we've got Jeff Walker gets on, says, just want to say hi. And when the time comes, I will call you. So thank you, Uncle Jeff. And I love that my family all gets on and watches the show. Thank you. Thank you. I love you and Aunt Pam. My mom jumps on, Mother Mary here, all watching with Aunt Debbie, Aunt Diane, and Cousin Jessica. So fantastic. You guys have never been on and watched the show before. Thank you for watching. Appreciate that. I hope you guys become regulars. Mom. Diane Sears says, are you licensed in Colorado? Diane, yes, we are. So if you need something going on out there in Colorado, please feel free to reach out. Great time for me to remind everybody, if you want to be part of the show, you want to ask questions. This is a great question that was asked because it sparks something else.
Sure.
That is, what states can we help you with lending in? Me and my team, Mortgage Mom Radio team, can help you in California, Washington, Colorado, Nevada, Tennessee, Georgia, Illinois, Texas, Nevada,
Arizona.
Yes, Arizona, Tennessee. We've got a lot of them.
Yeah,
we have quite a few. I know that Cindy was just working on Hawaii last week, so that one's coming right around the corner. If there is a state that you are looking to move to, buy a second home, buy an investment property, and you need our help, please reach out. If we are not licensed there, we will get you referred off to somebody who can help you, who we feel confident in to actually put their name and number, in an email and send it to you. That means we've worked with them before and we know that they're good. So we've got Diane says, wonderful. I will email you. Thank you so much, Diane. Carrie says, I'm working on North Carolina. Yes, I forgot about that one. Thank you, Carrie. You are. So North Carolina is right around the corner. And she says, hi, guys. So again, if you guys want to say anything at all, ask any questions, follow us live. Brand new areas, markets. It's only our second time there in your area. That is for Lake Havasu, Savannah, Georgia, and San Antonio, Texas. We're so happy to be in your market now. Make sure that you guys text the word mom to 844-935-3634. That's 844 We Lend For You. That's WELEND and the number 4. Text the word mom to that number. That is the same number that you call us. That is the same number that you text us. It is the same number that you call when we are live. If you want to hear your voice through the studio, you're going to call that same number. So that number works for everything. So just make sure you guys know that. Okay, so on to some really great stuff, right? Okay. So number one, loan limits. And why is this beneficial? So every single year, as I mentioned with the Homebuyer Workshop, I went back and I revamped 2019 and redid 2021. Right. Why did I do that? Well, because information changes, right? Sure. Guidelines change, loan limits change. So why is this so important? So Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac have leaked the new loan limits.
Shocker.
Right? But they are saying that, number one, they are not 100% confirmed exact yet.
Right.
But they are already talking about letting us start working on locking those numbers in. So we are days away from hearing and knowing that loan limits have changed. And so it is supposedly the biggest jump that they have made in loan limit increases in 50 years.
Wow.
Right?
Impressive.
Very impressive. And that's, obviously because of what happened with the market this year. I mean, we saw unprecedented increases in value,
growth, yes.
Right? So they are making a very large adjustment. So from what I have heard so far, and obviously as soon as we know it 100% to be true, rolled out and ready to go, is that the new conforming loan limit is being moved from 548, right?
Right.
To 600 and I believe I saw 25.
Wow. That's a big number.
That is a big number, from 548 to 625. So what is the first thing that comes to mind, Larry, for you when you hear that? How does somebody watching us right now go, ooh, cool, that's so great for me? What is it that you hear when you hear that? What gets you excited that it could help somebody?
It helps first-time home buyers because there's some conventional programs we can get in with 3% down. So this will help them get into a higher price home. Before it was $548,000, now they can go to $620,000. It's a big number for them, and still get in with 3% down and lower MI. I mean, that's a big help for people, I really believe.
No, it is. And that is the biggest thing, is that the higher that the loan limits are, the higher you can go in a purchase price with putting less money down payment, right? So if we're jumping from 548 to 625, there is a giant difference in what can you buy, like you said, as a first-time buyer with 3% down. If we go today above 548,000, then you need 5% down, right?
It's big.
So that is a very big adjustment. Maybe you're not in a high balance area. So again, we're talking about all these different states. We're bringing this show to many different areas that do not all necessarily correlate to the Los Angeles, loan limits,
Even
right?
parts of California, Inland Empire and stuff, that's going to be a big help to those people out there.
It sure is. So when you're talking about seeing the growth in the property values and trying to get into your first home and being limited to that 548 number, now you're not going to be limited to that. So in Los Angeles right now, we can go up as high as 822,000 because we are considered a high cost area.
Right.
But if you are in Riverside,
San Bernardino,
San Bernardino,
County.
Yep, Inland Empire, you are not going to get those high balance limits, which is keeping you back to the 548. So we have heard that the high balance areas are going to be increasing as well. I don't know exactly what that number is. I heard rumor mill 923.
I did hear over 900 as well.
Over 900,000 is where that high balance, high cost loan limits are going to go, which is going to be pretty amazing. So stay tuned. And again, how does this help you? Well, if you've been looking in an area that does not have that increased loan amount for that high cost neighborhood, and you have to buy something with a normal, conventional, conforming loan limit, then this is going to give you a lot more buying power. Inland Empire, Riverside, San Bernardino, guys, before it's 625, and that's an average price home today.
Yes.
Right? In those neighborhoods, if not on the lower end.
Right.
They were having to do jumbo loans, come in with 20% down payment. So makes it very, very difficult. Now you're going to have that opportunity to get more lending with less money out of pocket.
And easier loans to qualify for, too. Jumbo loans are not easy to qualify for these days.
Right. No, absolutely not. And those are not high cost areas. So if we start talking about some of our other areas that we forgot Oregon. We're in Oregon, too. And Idaho.
Idaho.
I forgot I have Idaho, too.
I
got more licenses. Yeah, I have more licenses that I can remember. We've got a lot of areas again, guys. So if there's somewhere you've been thinking about moving, transplanting to, want to buy a second home or investment property somewhere less expensive than California, give us a call. We can probably help you. But anyway, so, but there's a lot of neighborhoods in, Washington and Illinois and Texas that do not have that high cost addition. So, going from 548 to 625 is going to make a big, giant difference. So make sure you guys stay tuned, and we will make the official announcement once we know exactly what that number is going to be. Carrie, I know that you're watching and you love to do research. So if you want to quickly jump on and see if you can find what those two loan limits were. And I know Heather is behind us. She might possibly be listening. But one of you two ladies, if you want to make sure, if you want to do some quick research while we're doing the show and throw them into the feed for me, that'd be fantastic. Again, it has not been verified. So we want to make sure you guys understand this is coming. It is going to be big. It is around the corner. They usually tell us that we have to wait until December 1st to start originating them and locking them in, and that they cannot be closed until January 1st. However, they are saying that because it was leaked so early this year, that they are most likely going to allow us to start locking them in sooner and closing them sooner.
Great.
Yes. Many lenders are already talking about that. I know a couple of mortgage companies who are already starting to take the applications in that way. So it is literally right around the corner. Heather confirms the 625 for conforming. Heather, see if you can find the number for high balance. That's the one that I couldn't 100% remember. So see if you could find that for us. So we had, in the meantime, we had Christopher Flores jump in. He says, hi again. Looking forward to hearing you guys today. Christopher, thank you so much again for following. You had some really great questions last week. Please, if you have any further questions, feel free to go ahead and type those into the feed and we'll answer them for you. So once again, if you guys want to be interactive, you want to ask your questions, you want information, all you've got to do is write that into the feed. We are live on YouTube, 1 o'clock every Wednesday. And then the sound and the show go to radio on the weekend. So if you guys are listening on Saturday or Sunday by radio and you want to be part of the show, you want to ask us a question that you want us to answer, you've got to watch us do it live. So text the word MOM to 844-935-3634. That's 844. We lend for you. Larry, how do you spell that?
WELEND and the number 4.
Look at that. He's such a good co-host. I love it. WELEND and the number 4. Text the word MOM. You will get a link once a week to know that we are live, and that way you guys can interact and follow along. Again, if you guys are watching the show right now and you like it, please, please, please give us a thumbs up. It really does help our algorithm quite a bit. And subscribe to our YouTube channel. Click that notification bell and turn it to on so that you know when we do go live. That is another way to make sure you don't miss us. So anyway, so the loan limits is a big deal, right? That's going to change a lot of things, especially for buyers. But how does it help somebody refinancing?
Well, it's the same way, really. They get to go with the higher loan limit, so their rates are less than jumbo, and it's easier to qualify. I mean, it's all around helps everybody. I think Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac are trying to catch up with all the growth that we had last year. So, I think that's big for us.
Yeah, no, it is. It absolutely is. And especially if you're trying to cash out.
Yeah.
And you're trying to get some money for home improvements and for renovations
sure.
or paying off your debt.
Right.
You're going to have more room that you can pull out
Right.
without getting stuck or going into those jumbo ranges, which are a lot more difficult to get the cash out.
And more stringent too. Their qualifying is harder. Their ratios are harder. So in other words, you can't borrow as much on a jumbo loan as you can on a conforming loan. Not loan amount, but I mean their boxes
tighter.
are really smaller.
Right. So
to
you've
speak.
got to truly fit in that box. It's
Right.
not taking a square and trying to get it into a circle, right?
Yeah.
If it's square, it's got to be square, right? So your debt ratios are definitely going to be more stringent on a jumbo than on a conventional. Your reserves, that's going to be another thing. If you want to pull money out, you're going to have to show that you have money in the bank as reserves. Well, if you're pulling money out to do something, a lot of times you don't have the reserves for that. So conventional loans, conforming loans are going to definitely be more
advantageous for
Yes.
people that want to pull money out, that want to do renovations. I mean, without being in that jumbo market, it really increases your, let's not say purchase ability, but your ability to get money out to do things that you want to do. Send your kids to college, pay off debt, get yourself financially healthy, renovate your home. It's really going to give you a lot more opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely. So I hope that was very educational for everybody listening. I hope you guys are getting pumped and excited. If you want to get an application started so that you can start to work towards getting everything ready, and then you want to wait to lock until that loan limit comes, please feel free to call us, get that appointment, talk to someone on our team. We're going to get you through it. We're going to guide you through it. We're going to get everything built and ready to go so that all we have to do is hit the submit button the day that those new loan limits are available to you. So how do you do that? Well, number one, you could start with a phone call. You can go to the website, go to mortgagemomradio.com. You can click the contact us button, send me an email. I'll get you set up with somebody to talk with them for a phone consultation. Anything that you guys need to do, you can go straight to the website and apply for the loan, and then we're going to reach out and we're going to talk to you about your application. But again, we can get everything ready for you and wait until we've got the day that we're ready and able to lock in that higher limit. So hopefully this is another big one too. And then we're going to go to a quick break.
Okay.
But if you were a jumbo loan before and your loan amount was over the 548, but 625 or less, you may also have an opportunity to refinance at a better interest rate. So that's, again, something that you might want to reach out and talk to us about. Get the education, get the knowledge, know what's available to you, and then make the right decision for you and your family.
Yeah, great idea.
Right? All right, so let's take a quick one, and then we're going to be back to talk about appraisals.
Cool.
All right.
Debbie Marcoux, licensed by the Department.
All right, and welcome back. Thanks again. They are very, very quick. They're like 10 seconds long when you're watching us do it in the studio. It's long enough for Larry to look at his phone and see if any messages came in. I know, they're fast. That was like a 10-second quick one, right? I love these little Halloween commercials, though, so we're going to keep playing them for a couple of weeks. And if you guys are listening by radio on Saturday, know that we are filming this live every Wednesday in the studio right on YouTube. And no, it is live. We don't go back. We don't fix. We don't edit. You guys can watch us stream it, and we take the sound and we put it to radio for the weekend. So if you guys want to be involved, we want you to be. We want you to be part of it. We want you to be interactive. We want you to ask questions. Text the word MOM to 844-935-3634. That's 844 We Lend For You. How do you spell it, Lair?
WELEND and the number 4.
Look at that. I love it. He's such a great host.
Wind me up.
I love it. Same phone number to give us a call. Same phone number if you'd like to get on the radio. You've got to call us while we're filming, and we'll get you sent over to the studio. Same phone number to get the phone app. So when you text MOM to that number, you will get our phone app. And that phone app, you can do anything on that phone app from your phone that you could do from your computer on the website. So you may want to get that phone app. It's pretty nice. It runs calculators for you, how-tos. You can watch listen to the podcast, watch YouTube. You guys can pretty much do anything. You can contact Larry, give him a call, send him an email. You can do all of that through the phone app. It's pretty nice. And the calculator is awesome. It does your principal, interest, taxes, insurance, even your mortgage insurance, for FHA, for conventional, your funding fees for VA and USDA. So the phone app is really pretty cool. Again, you got to text the word MOM to 844-935-3634. That's 844 We Lend For You. Lair?
It's 844-WELEND and the number 4.
Oh, see, he's so good. But that's how you guys opt in. That way you know you are getting, you're going to get a link once a week. I swear that's all we're going to send you so that you can watch us do it live. And then you will also get the link to download the phone app. All right, so appraisals. Let's talk about this because it's been happening, right?
It's been in the forefront for sure.
So last week we talked about the fact that I had my house on the market for sale. I was looking to buy something. I was kind of having some problems. We were hoping that by this week I was going to be able to say that I've sold my house. I'm in escrow. I'm in escrow on another property, right? And I actually get to say that all happened within the last 7 days. My house opened escrow yesterday. I opened escrow on a property a couple of days before that last week. And so everything is moving along. But one of the things that has been happening in our world, and I'm noticing it a lot now that I'm actually a seller and a buyer, and I'm a little bit nervous about the appraisal on my house, is that the market is starting to slow down just a little bit. It is starting to shift just a little bit. Not in a way that property values are dropping, but in a way that you're not... I at least noticed on our house, we did end up with multiple offers, but we ended up at list price with an accepted offer, not well and over and beyond, right? But we still have that happening in certain areas. Sure. And appraisals, for the most part, have been starting to come in.
Yeah, they come in. I mean, you have to be concerned when you're buying a property as, okay, your always biggest concern, am I overpaying? Am I overpaying? Whether it's a good market or bad market, you're always worried, am I overpaying? So appraisals do become an issue, but as I always say, there's never a bad time to buy a property. There's only a bad time to
sell. See, I know it. So we are seeing a little bit where appraisals can come in a little bit low, because every single buyer is trying to, the next house that gets purchased, same model match, is selling for a little bit more than the one the time before. The appraisers have actually done an amazing job recently with trying to accommodate
Right.
for the market shift and adjusting the home so that the appraisal does come in at value. But we are starting to see, with things slowing down a little bit, that we are having a little bit of trouble with appraisals coming in a little bit lower. So the one thing that I could give you the education on when it comes to that is, don't remove your appraisal contingency.
Correct.
So a lot of clients, in order to get an offer accepted through all of the madness that we've had for the last 2 years, has been remove the appraisal contingency. Tell the seller that I'm going to buy it at this price no matter what. Even if my appraisal comes in low, I will pay over and beyond the price. I will come in with the difference in cash,
Right.
which has made it a little bit more difficult for those first-time buyers
Sure.
with low down to get an offer accepted. I would say at this point in time, because we are reaching levels that, are high, don't remove that appraisal contingency.
Yeah, you have to be smart about it too. I mean, if you have cash and you're willing to say, look, I want that house no matter what, and you have the financial position to do that, that's great. But for first-time buyers, a lot of time they don't have the extra money. So you want to keep that appraisal contingency in your contract, because that gives you a way out. Like if if Aunt Betty's going to give you the extra $5,000 to come in with the difference, great. But if you don't have an Aunt Betty and Uncle Henry's not around anymore, you got to kind of, watch out for yourself. And you want to keep that contingency in there. It gives you at least a chance to say, we're going to come in with the money, we're going to back out, we're going to borrow from my 401k, but it gives you the opportunity to make a decision rather than be forced into something.
Right, exactly. It would give you that opportunity to go back and renegotiate with the seller.
Sure.
Try to bring that price down a little bit. So that's my only piece of advice for today, but I am letting you guys know that we are starting to see some appraisals come in a bit low. The appraisers, again, have done a very, very good job over this crazy market to bring and adjust and make changes to try to help every client that
Right.
they can to be able to purchase the home for the price that was, agreed upon. But we are starting to see it where the appraisers are getting to, a time in the market where they're starting to see the slowdown. The homes are sitting on the market for a little bit longer. It's making it a little bit more difficult to make those adjustments, which in turn brings the value in a little bit lower. And if you remove that appraisal contingency, there's no way for you to get out of it or
Right.
try to bring the price down. So my only piece of advice for today, as far as appraisals go, but we will, after we take a couple of these comments, we're going to take some comments first,
Okay.
but then I do want to get into refinancing with where appraisals are today,
Okay.
because I think that that's somewhere good to go
Sure.
as well. So we have Christopher got on. He said, I have a friend send this video about something, the Supreme Dream Down Payment Assistance Program that is offered in all 50 states, but I can't seem to pinpoint info about it. Any 411 on this. So Christopher, I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I have never personally heard of, and neither is Larry. He's over here sitting here
Shaking my
shaking his
head.
head. I have
I like the rattle noise.
yes, I have never personally heard of the Supreme Dream Down Payment Assistance Program. I will absolutely do some research, and if it is something that I can find or information on, I will absolutely talk about it in next week's episode. But at this point in time, I have never heard of that program. So I do apologize. I cannot provide you with any 411 on that one. He said, I have okay, so he just retyped it. So that's the second one. And then Heather said she knows the 625 is accurate. She's going to try to find the high balance. So hopefully she can find that before the show is over. But if not, like I mentioned at the beginning of the show, we will make sure that we let everybody know the minute that those loan limits are available and live, and make sure that if you're thinking, gosh, this really could help me, either with a refi for a better rate, get out of the jumbo and into the conventional, maybe pull out more cash than what they thought they could. Maybe they pulled out cash last year but didn't get all of the money they needed. I mean, 548 to 625 is a huge difference.
Huge. I've never seen it that big ever.
So that could have been like, oh, they only got 50,000 out, so they're able to do everything but their kitchen.
Right.
And now they could do another refi, get the additional cash, and finish
right.
the kitchen, right? Get the house completed.
And make your home worth more.
Right. Or maybe they didn't pay off all the debt, or maybe they wanted to pay off the student loans, but there wasn't quite enough there to get the
Right.
money out to pay those loans off. So this is big. So, get yourselves ready, get yourself prepared, get on the calendar, talk with one of the Mortgage Mom Radio educators, talk with Larry, talk with Carrie, talk with, Heather, Heidi. You guys have seen them all, Cindy, everybody that's on here, Tim. talk with one of us, talk with one of us about your situation and what we can do to help you to get there. So how do you guys do that? Go to the website, go to mortgagemomradio.com, click on that appointment button and make an appointment. It is very easy. You're just going to select the day and time that works best for you. If you do not see a time that works for you, just reach out to me. Send me an email, either to questions@mortgagemomradio.com or go to the website and go to the Contact Us button. If you've got the awesome phone app, use the phone app and email me. And I will make sure that I get you an appointment set up that works for you. So if you need an early morning or you need a later in the afternoon, I can absolutely make that happen. Just reach out, please, and allow us that, and we'll get you all set up. Chief Manny jumps on, says, hi, friends. Hey there, Chief Manny. Hope it's going well. He's down at the DMV right now having a blast, I'm sure. Christopher gets back on again. He says, no, it's fine. I figured it's something we can bring to the table to discuss to see if it is a valid option for all of us to consider if it's true. So I will do some research for you on that Supreme Dream down payment assistance. It very well may be something that is out there and we just haven't seen it come across the desk yet. It might be called something different, and that's what maybe the video was talking about, right?
Sometimes lenders call things different things, and it's really been around for a long time. I can't really think of any special first-time buyer programs that are nationwide. They're usually by county or state. So
yeah.
If there is something like that, we do need to find out about it.
Right, absolutely. So we'll look into it. We'll do some research for you, and we'll absolutely look into it and see what we can find. So we are going to take a very quick break. And then when we get back, we're going to talk about appraisals, where we're at with the market, and then doing a cash out refi.
Good.
All right. All right, and welcome back. I'm Debbie Marcoux, and this is Larry Ehrlich, and we are Mortgage Mom Radio. We are bringing you all of the education and information that we can about all things real estate and mortgage, selling a house, buying a house, refinancing your property, getting rid of your mortgage insurance, paying off your debts, doing home improvements. We're talking about all of it. We're bringing you the education that we can to try to help you get across the finish line and get to that goal and do it without wanting to pull your hair out of your head. Right? I mean, it is very
stressful.
Yeah.
As you know, you just said.
I'm in the middle of doing it. Hey, Mom, where's my loan approval? Since you're watching. It is. It's very stressful, and we do this every single day. And I got to tell you, it's stressful.
It is.
It is.
I mean,
My mom is my loan officer, and I almost started crying on the phone. So with her. So, and I do this every day.
Yeah.
Right?
No, you're making a big purchase, and it's an emotional purchase, and we'll try and be there for you and answer all your questions and give you some guidance when we can, and point you in the right direction. And it's just a stressful time. Take your vitamin B every morning, and we'll get you through it.
Some ginkgo biloba.
Yeah. Now you might want to forget.
Right, exactly. I don't know. I swear, I think I've got early signs of dementia. I'm telling you, like, it's just so much is happening,
Yes.
right? That you really do, like, you can't remember what you just said 2 seconds ago. You start
Right.
to walk to the kitchen, you forget what you're going for,
Right.
because you just have too much going on. And that's one of the signs of stress, right? You're
Yeah.
just busy. And so the more education that we can bring you, and the more that you understand and that then it's not as stressful, because you're understanding what's next in the process. You're understanding what's happening. You're understanding the lingo. You understand the words. And that takes us back to the Homebuyer Workshop series that I created. And it's right on YouTube. It is a playlist, and you can start from the very beginning, where I bring you through the buzzwords of real estate, escrow and title, and, all of those things that you need to know. Impounds and escrows, which is totally different than the escrow and the title that we just talked about. There's so many things, your CD, and, things that you need to understand that you don't know. And it feels, you're listening to gibberish.
It's overwhelming. Yes.
It is. So just that, if it will help you get through it with the knowledge just a little bit easier, that is what our goal is. And in turn, we're hoping that the education that we're giving you and the information that you need, that in turn you're going to call us and you're going to give us the opportunity to help you. And we would love to also get your loan closed for you. So again, reach out, be interactive, be part of the show, ask the questions, watch the YouTube shows. We've got them for, over a year and a half. We started in February of 2020 doing the shows live. You've got your podcast going back more than 3 years, so you could start from the beginning, and it would probably actually be cool to hear how guidelines have changed, loan limits have changed, right? So we're bringing all of this to you to make sure that you have the information that you need. So again, if you're interactive and you ask us questions, you're only helping others by someone else probably hearing the answer that they were looking for.
Yes.
So how do they get interactive with us, Lair? What have I been telling them all hour?
Well, they can call that phone number.
That's right.
And 844-935-3634, which spells what?
It spells We Lend for You. So it's 844-WELEND and the number 4.
See, isn't that great? So if you do that, we're more than happy to talk to you at your convenience. It's not, you're not here 9 to 5. I mean, we are here 9 to 5, but sometimes we're here to 9 to 10. Debbie, I swear, I leave before Debbie does. I come in after Debbie does. I think she sleeps here sometimes. But anyways, we're here for you guys. If you have a question and it's Saturday morning at 8 o'clock, call us. Book an appointment. Call us. Get our direct number. We're more than happy to speak with you. We'll educate you. We want you to make the right decision. We want you to do what's right for you. And you'll feel better about it. Again, you're going to pull your hair out a little bit, but we're going to get you through it on time, professionally, and I think you'll appreciate it.
Hey, look at that. I didn't even have to explain it. So if you guys want to know when we go live, you want to see us do it in studio, you want to ask the questions during the show so that you are interactive, you've got to text the word MOM. That's MOM, forward and back. You can't mess it up.
Yep.
MOM. Text the word MOM to the number that Larry said. So it's 844-935-3634. That's 844 We Lend for You. That spell it.
844-WELEND and the number 4.
And the number 4. All right. So I want to talk about appraisals. We've got about 9 minutes and 50 seconds total, right? To round out our hour, to get our show sound off to radio, right? For the weekend. So I want to talk about where appraisals are at. We're mentioning that they're kind of starting to come in a little bit lower when you're really over negotiating on the price, from listed, and you're going over, and we're seeing them come in a little low. But where are we at right now with refinances? So if I was to call you and say, Lair, do you think that I should refinance right now? I was thinking about doing some work to my house. I'm not quite sure yet, though. I don't have a bid from the contractor. Okay. So I need to call a contractor. I need him to come out. So I don't really know how much money that I need. But do you think I should start the application? Do you think I should do a refinance? Do you think I should take money out? What would be your answer?
I always tell people, let's start the application. Let's see what your goals are. Then in the meantime, you can get a contractor, but let's see where your credit is. Maybe we need to work on some credit issues to get a better rate for you. Maybe we need to check the comps in the area, see if your house is already going to appraise before you do the renovations. Let's get your application in so that we can get a good start. It's never too early just to start. So that way we can see you have the income to qualify. Maybe you're getting a raise next month and we need to wait for the raise. I always say, let's get the application in, then we can start from there and then get some answers to your questions. Here's how much your payments are going to be. Here's how much you're saving a month. Is it a 15-year better than a 30-year? Well, for some people it is, some people it isn't. So let's get your basic information in, then we can better answer your questions so that you can make an informed decision rather than the guessing for the next 6 weeks or stressing out. You'll know what you're going to get.
I love that answer. So, the thing for me when people ask me that question, and I have a lot of the same advice, right? I'm going to say number one, let's see where we can go. Let's see what we can get you qualified for first, right? Maybe you're thinking, because everybody's got an idea.
Sure.
They might not have had a contractor out yet, but they're going, I really want to do my kitchen and I need some new flooring and I want to repaint.
Right.
Okay, let's just say that that's what it is, which by the way, as soon as you start that, it turns into 50 other things. But let's just say that's really what you want to do. You've got an idea of what that's going to cost you. You've been window shopping for appliances and you know what that stove and the oven and the, dishwasher and the microwave and the new fridge, and on average, that stuff's going to cost you a pretty penny, right?
Sure.
Then you've got brand new cabinets, you've got countertops, you've got floors, you've got paint. So let's just say you've got that idea. I think I'm going to need $40,000 or $30,000, right?
Right.
Which by the way turns into 60 or 70. But if you've got that idea of what you might want to do and how much you might need, number one, we've got to make sure you can qualify to get it for starters. Number two, we can always move a loan amount up and down throughout the process.
Right.
So once we do the application and we see how much you can qualify for, then you can call your contractor and say, can you come out and tell me what this would cost me? Maybe you're surprised and it doesn't cost as much as you thought, and you might be able to get some other things done.
Right.
Maybe you don't need to take as much from the house.
Right.
Maybe you need to take more. You're surprised it's going to cost you this much money, right? Everything has gone up in price. Everything, not just homes, but the labor, the materials, the time to get it, right?
No, it's true.
The delays. So you really want to make sure that you are qualified, you know how much you can get, and then it's going to definitely help you with that contractor. But number two is that, right now appraisals are at the highest that they've been. Your home is worth more today. Most likely, I mean, obviously there's going to be some weird pockets in the country that this doesn't apply to, but on average, your property value today is the highest that it has ever been. If we are starting to see the market start to shift, there aren't 50 offers on the same house. They aren't starting to go over value. They're coming in at value, which is still great.
Right.
But if we're starting to see the slow down a little bit, and that means your home is going to appraise for the highest number it ever has.
Right.
This is your very best opportunity to pull cash out.
And to get the best rate, because the higher your value and the less and the money you need, that's how they look at rates too. So you're going to get the best rate you can because the value of your property is more than it ever has been.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so we've got Gregory on. Gregory, I love that. Gregory Buttocks. I love it. I hope that's his real last name. He says, hi, can I ask questions here? Yes, you absolutely can. That is what this is for. We want you to ask your questions live in the feed. So please feel free to do that. We would love to answer the questions for you. And then Jeff jumps on and he says, what are your thoughts on real estate agent calling me to buy my house? Are they trustworthy? That's a great question.
That is a great question.
And you're starting to see a lot more and more of that. There are hedge funds that are starting to buy up property. I just read, and I think Jenny was the one that mentioned it. There was a hedge fund that bought, what was it, $300 million worth of real estate. Is that what it was, Jen?
Yeah, it's like $300 million worth of real estate in Las Vegas.
Yeah, so in Las Vegas, it was $300 million of real estate in Las Vegas was bought up by a hedge fund. Jeez. What that means to me, like we had our show 3-4 weeks ago where we had everybody on and we talked about, do we think property values are going to drop, right? And we said, well, we really don't think so. I really don't think so. I mean, the market can start to shift. It can slow down, less homes available, less buyers because of the holidays. You know, if you go into escrow right now, like I am, I'm going to be moving during the holidays, during Thanksgiving, during Christmas, Hanukkah, I'm going to be moving through those times. So a lot of people don't want to do that. Do I think that we're going to see a massive, massive dip? No. Hedge funds don't buy $300 million worth of properties. No. Redfin isn't offering to buy your property from you because they think property values are going to drop.
Right.
And there are a lot of people that are doing that. We are on, one of our stations is Go Country in LA, and I listen to the station all the time because we're here. And there are numerous realtors that are doing ads right now, commercials that are saying, I want to buy your house. Before you list it for sale, call me. I'll give you a great offer. And you don't even have to go through the process, put it on the market or show it to people,
Right.
And so is it available? Yes. Are people doing it? Yes. Jeff, to answer your question, it can be very reputable. If you're not 100% sure, run it past an expert. If you guys have a friend who's a real estate agent, call them up and say, hey, I've got this person offering to sell my house, which means I don't have to pay these commissions. How does this number look? Do you feel like they're giving me something fair? If you have a friend who is a real estate agent that would do that for you, that would look, if you don't
give us a call.
Yeah, absolutely.
We can refer you to a quality real estate agent in most areas. So, because to me, if somebody calls me out of the blue and picks up my phone and says, hey, Larry, you want to sell your house? Yeah, I'm probably not likely to give information to somebody who calls me over the phone.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just me. I'm old fashioned, but I'd rather go to, my best friend or my family and say, who have you used real estate? Did you like them? Great. Yes. Give me their name and number, get a referral.
Yeah.
And if you need one, give us a call. We're more than happy to do that for you.
Yeah, absolutely. So that was great. I liked that. That was a great question too. So again, everybody asking questions, we're getting the information out to you. We're giving you guys education that you need, things that you need to know. And if you're asking the question, trust me, you're not the only person thinking that question. So you are helping others by following along and doing it with us and interacting. So Uncle Jeff, thank you so much for the question. And I know that they've been thinking about selling their home in Florida and making a move. So, 100% this was a very real question and something that I think a lot of people can benefit from the answer. So yeah, like Larry said, if you don't have somebody that you can go to, give us a call and let us try to help and see what we can do. Yeah. To get you educated, make sure you're making the right decision. So we've got, my dad gets on, he says, hi guys. So I now have my mom and dad, both are watching. So I love that. Thanks so much. And Uncle Jeff says, okay, thank you. So again, I just want to make sure you guys all know you can be interactive. You can be part of it. Just like Gregory jumped on. He says, hi, can I ask a question here? Yes, you absolutely can. That is why we're doing this live. It's interactive. And then we take this sound and we send it to radio for the weekends. So you want to follow along. This is the end of our hour. We're going to wrap it up and say goodbye for today. We are back every single Wednesday at 1 p.m. Pacific. So if you are in another time zone, please make sure that you adjust accordingly. But 1 p.m. Pacific every single Wednesday. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and click that notification bell so YouTube will let you know that we are live. You can text the word mom to 844-935-3634. That's 844 we lend for you. That's WELEND and the number 4. That will give you a link to let you know that we are going live, and that way you can follow along and be part of it and interact, ask your questions, and tell us that you're watching. So we hope that you guys all have a fantastic one. We'll be back again next week with all kinds of great information. If you have a question in the meantime, please reach out. Use the phone app. Go to the website, mortgagemomradio.com. Click on the Contact Us button. Send me an email to questions@mortgagemomradio.com. Book an appointment. It's a free phone consultation. You might even get Larry. You might get me, but pick a time that works for you, day and time, and schedule it, book it. You're going to get a phone call from somebody on my team. And if that doesn't work, please, again, send an email and I will get you an appointment for a time that works best for you. So we all hope that you have an amazing week. Larry, you've been awesome as usual.
Oh, thank you.
All kinds
Great
of
to be
great.
on.
Yes, I love it. All kinds of great information. And we hope that you guys all have a good one. We'll talk to y'all later.
All right, take care.
Debbie Marcoux, licensed by the Department of Financial Institutions, NMLS ID 237926. Also licensed in Arizona 0941504, Florida LO 76508, Georgia 69178, Idaho, Nevada 57237, Oregon, Tennessee 184373, Texas, Washington MLO 237926.
She's the mortgage mom. She can get things done. When you're in need and don't know where to go, pick up the phone and call mom.